Alright guys, so today I have something special for you. We actually just got the new standard issue for X-Men! Xavier totally hooked us up and got SIG to contract with us, so we got the MPXs! Now we can totally take down Magneto... Wait a minute. Aren't they mostly made of metal? Oh shit. Alright, so today we're actually going to talk about the SIG MPX. And yeah, this has been a pretty cool gun so far, just from what we've been able to check out. I know it's been out for a while and we haven't actually gotten a chance to really sit down and take a look at it, but it seems to have a pretty cool concept. First of all, like I said before, it is mostly aluminum. And so essentially it does feel like a very solid gun. It's pretty hefty, although it's not too heavy, which is a good thing. Typically, you know, with these kind of guns you don't want it to weigh too much, but you don't want it to weigh too little, just because shooting a little 9mm or like something small like that, basically you want it to have just enough weight that it keeps recoil down so you can control it very easily, but at the same time, you know, you do want it to feel solid. You want it to, like, I feel like I could just like hit someone in the head and, like, you know, they'd pass out or something. But yeah, it's a pretty badass gun. It has AR controls, which is really nice. Basically, it just, you know, very familiar if you're into the AR platform, like even the charging handle style charger. You know, you've got ambidextrous selector, magazine release on the same position in both sides. You do have a bolt hold open on the left side, but it's only a bolt release on the right side, which is interesting enough. But and granted, I don't think that's something you really need with this kind of gun. Mostly because this is, to be honest, like, I don't see it having much real-world practical use without having the full auto variant, just because it's mostly like a range toy type thing. I wouldn't really expect, although, you know, people might consider this to be a great home defense gun, I'm just, you know, not really into the whole just only semi, but it's fun. You know, it's definitely a fun gun. You have a full top rail, so you can put all kinds of cool optics on it and accessories, and they do give you a sweet set of kind of like the Troy / HK style sights, and this is all very familiar, just like with the AR platform. Interestingly enough, one of their biggest selling points that they initially were coming out with is that it uses an AR style trigger group. So if you have, you know, all your fantastic Geisley or like very cool and super light triggers, you can just drop them in. Unfortunately, recently SIG actually released a statement saying that if you don't use specifically MPX trigger groups, then you know, it voids your warranty. So that's kind of an interesting afterthought, just because it looks very similar, but the SIG trigger group is actually just different enough that if you use an AR trigger group, then it will void the warranty that SIG kind of gives you. So that's kind of a bummer, but maybe you know, Geisley or some of the other bigger companies will introduce an aftermarket trigger group that you can drop in, and it'll give you a lighter, faster trigger. And yeah, also I believe you can use AR grips as well, although this is a very comfortable grip, so no big deal there. A lot of the MPXs actually have been coming with the attachment for the SIG brace. That's very cool, just because some people will want to basically have a more stable platform where it just grabs your arm and you can shoot it like that, right? Funnily enough, and it also still lets you fold to the side, and that will keep it in a small compact package. However, what'll be really cool is if you can SBR one of these. That way you can actually legally shoulder it, and they give you a lot more options. Like, for instance, this little trench here allows you to have the telescoping style stock that keeps everything low profile even when the stock is in the closed position. Supposedly it is in a multi-cal, so you'll be able to get the 40 cal and I think 357 SIG conversions as well. That will be very cool. Shooting 357 SIG at one of these I think would be awesome. Yeah, getting the integrally suppressed versions of the front ends, I think that will be very cool. One other thing that the SIG also boasts over its counterparts, basically like the Scorpion and some of the other guns out there on the market, is that it is a piston system, and Supposedly, now I've read this on the MCX, so I'm assuming that they incorporated the same thing into the MPX, is that the piston auto-regulates for the type of ammo you're shooting. So if you're shooting subs or supers, that kind of has sort of a regulating system, and so it will basically adjust for the amount of gas that's coming back. So that's very cool. If that is the case, then very nicely done. It is a new platform though, so I mean, because we've only seen these out for a little while now, we still don't know what the performance capabilities of this gun are. I mean, it is a brand new platform, whereas your MP5s, the Scorpions, they've been around for a lot longer, and their testing has, I mean, basically like military groups have used those guns before, and so you kind of, I mean, it's really one of those things where it just takes some time to figure out whether this is actually an awesome, reliable platform or not. But so far, we've seen very good results. And SIG has also partnered with with the Lancer to have the mags manufactured, which is good in a sense that, Lancer makes awesome magazines. You got the metal inserts for the reinforced feed lips, which is very cool, and it's got a sweet translucent design. The problem is that does boost the cost of the magazine to significantly more. So I would say you're probably going to pay around $50 to $70 for a mag. Not too bad in the aspect of just SMG mags in general, but it is still quite expensive when compared to, for instance, Scorpion mags are roughly $20 to $25 if you could find them for a good deal on the market, and they are out there. So that is one thing I will say, that it's kind of going to be hard on the wallet if you're trying to pick up a bunch of these mags, because they're expensive. But yeah, this platform overall is expensive as well. The pistol goes for roughly $1,500 or so, which is quite a lot, considering a little bit more and you can get an MP5 or one of the other choices as well, or you could have a fully loaded CZ Scorpion for about that same price, So it really depends. But if money isn't the issue, then obviously this is a very sweet gun to go with. It's got a very cool design, and so far, very good results. Anyway, you also get a couple other small things, like this is a QD socket attachment, single point sling, and you get a cleaning kit as well. A long cleaning kit, as well as the standard issue X-Men box, so you can tell your friends you're X-Men. So yeah, anyway, that's pretty much all I have for you today. I would love to be able to shoot one of these, especially the suppressed SBR version, but we'll see soon. So anyway, thanks for watching, and yeah, if you like the video, just like and subscribe. We also have a Facebook, and thanks for watching. We'll catch you next time. Man, just playing around with it, just you grab the mag like this, and it just seems so natural to pull from here, like a tab. It's why couldn't they just put another tab down here?
I mean, the MP5 and the G3 figured it out.
Yeah, but they're German.